Alright, we're back playing some more Code Vein. And when I turned on the game today, I lost progress. I think it didn't save, and I had to do the boss again, the water boss. So that's weird. I don't know when the game saves. There's no like, is there a manual save in this game? I just lost progress, which is pretty annoying. And I had to do the boss over again. I did change my character's clothes a little bit. See if I like this better. And we have Mia with us now. Now we're supposed to investigate this place some more. There's like a statue somewhere. I forgot where exactly it is. Oh yeah, it's in the park. I don't know why I went over here. But yeah, doing that boss again, the water boss. Once I knew all the moves, it was an easy boss. It's very knowledge based. Once I knew like all the moves, I pretty much could solo that boss. It wasn't hard. So yeah, it wasn't a bad boss at all, especially the second time around. So let's keep on trucking. What do I got on? I think this is still the assassin's class as well. We're trying the ice waifu, the character from Street Fighter V, Colleen. We got Colleen. Once all these cutscenes are done, I want to talk about some topics just about video games, but just like how video games have been changing, specifically in AAA. So, okay, hopefully there's not another cutscene that like messes up the flow of things. I'll just talk over the cutscene if that's the case. But for a few years, AAA games have been doing the live service thing. It started with that stuff like a long time ago, and it's becoming more of a big deal. And it's just, if we want this stuff to go away, you just don't buy those games. That's just like the biggest thing. You vote with your wallet. That's the best expression right there. For me personally, it doesn't affect me too much, just because the games I like, they gotta be good games. Is the thing. If it's not a good game, then, if it doesn't look like a good game to me, I'm not gonna buy it. New Call of Duty doesn't look like a great game to me. New whatever EA game doesn't look great to me. So it's just not something that affects me too much. But again, if it keeps going, like if this is the way that games are going, it's going to bleed in every genre. I think everyone knows about this. You just should not buy these games if you want to support like true games. Look at this place, friggin' Anor Londo. Look at this Anor Londo ass Anor Londo. This is Anor Londo, right? Freaking Anor Londo. Kinda sick though. Yeah, I've been keeping up with gaming news specifically, just because, you know, I love video games and I want to know the latest and greatest. And it's just crappy. Look at this person. Oi! Kind of fast on the. Do that again, I dare you. I got a backstab, it's fine. Queen Steel? Ooh, they dropped that stuff? Alright, so this is a farming area. We want to farm some Queen Steels. That's when you know the game is ramping up its difficulty. The way that easily identifiable by us Souls veterans. Whenever you start picking up better upgrade items, that's when you know the progression. You're getting farther in the game. So we are getting farther. And I think the biggest, of course, the biggest shit show, or two biggest shit shows happened pretty recently: Fallout and Anthem, and they both look like terrible games to me. I remember when 76 was announced, I was like, this doesn't look different from 4, and then that's because it's not supposed to be this big leap for the Fallout series with 76. It was just like a test. Like, how do we have a Bethesda-ish RPG in an online environment? And of course, it was terrible. The engine, still using the same shitty engine they've been using since Morrowind, and it shows. Yeah, again, Bethesda really needs to change stuff. If they're gonna go forward with their engine, they gotta modify it. They can't just do the same thing over and over again. And it was already apparent with Skyrim. Anthem was a different story. BioWare, people love BioWare. I don't really have a huge opinion on them. I think they're alright, but they were just told to do something they didn't know how to do, and that sucks. It's an EA thing. But yeah, all these new games are touted to be like, this is the new biggest game in the series, or whatever. Those are red flags already. This new multiplayer, always online experience, looter RPG action. That's a red flag. Always online, multiplayer focus. They're just like, they're terrible. You're just gonna have a bad time. And me trying to talk and play this at the same time, just like the Dark Souls thing, is hard. Uh-oh. Invasion? Oh my god, invasion! Oh, one thing I've noticed in this game, you can't sprint while you're locked on. It's impossible. I'm just like, oh, where's my parry? You stupid bitch. Just keep casting magic. That's all I got. Damn it, whatever. So here's another thing I want to talk about is we all know art is subjective, right? I don't want to get too political about it, but when we talk about art, we talk about just freedom of doing what you want, whatever it is. It could be interpreted by other people in different ways, yada yada, you know the spiel. But the thing is, you're getting censored. Even video games are getting censored. Hella hard. What the heck is going on? I'm trying to talk about art and stuff. God damn it, man. Mia, you suck. Yeah, the censorship on stuff, regardless of what it is, it shouldn't be censored. Stuff like if it's making a statement about something or message, but some people think of it as like something super offensive or something like that. We're pretty much repeating history, and it's crazy how it's just like right in front of my eyes. People want to censor things. Hey, you shouldn't say this on the internet. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And it's like in the history books. Kids need to actually learn about history if this keeps going on. But man, right before my eyeballs. All right, let me. Oops, that is the wrong thing I want to do. I just wasted 6. That cost 6 to use? Jesus. Get myself in a better position, right? What hit me? What? He threw something. That sucks, man. It goes through other enemies. He threw something at me. Oh my gosh, some moves are so fast from these guys. Heals. God damn it, Mia. Freaking. What? It like clips you from so far away. But we killed her. Finally, Jesus. The thing with mob fights like that, it's harder than bosses because it's more on RNG. Right? Like, you're trying to deal with multiple AIs rather than just one AI. When you're fighting a normal boss, or a decent boss, let's say. A decent boss will give you enough challenge, but once you've learned everything the boss does, it's, well, you know, walk in a park. With a mob fight like that, an AI fight, it's more on the mechanics of the game, right? Is the game made for you to fight in a mob? Do I think this game is meant to fight enemies in more than waves of 3? And no, this game is not. I mean, it's the same could be said about like the Souls games. You're not supposed to be fighting too many enemies at once. That's just how it was designed. But when you're forced into the situation, which Dark Souls does not very often, it's fine, I guess. In this one, that specific encounter, it felt pretty messy encounter. It's a long, drawn out encounter, and it shows like the game's flaws at times. Yeah, the level design here isn't great. It's confusing. Too many ways that you think you can go, but you can't. It's just confusing and hard to mentally put it in your head. The layout. Oh my god. I'm already tired of looking at this place. It was cool when I first stepped in here. Now it's just like, this place sucks. I hate it. Oh my god, we can't go this way. It's locked, of course. It's like trying to find that one path in like... It's like trying to find that one chord when you have a bunch of chords tangled up together, but you have to find that single one that you need. It's terrible. I just went out. I'm almost at the cathedral. Anor Londo Cathedral. I'm gonna fight Ornstein and Smag. Camera. I think for these gift things, you're better off like looking up a guide. In all honesty, like, why waste precious items that you don't know exactly you get like a better amount or something? It's just stupid. Just look up a guide. Alright, so I'm guessing our healing is even better now, hopefully. We got 2 bone shards. I think I made a mistake earlier when I said that. If it increases the amount you have, it's a Estus flask shard. Or Estus shard. But bone dust makes it stronger. And I'm actually thinking maybe after this, or sometime when I don't have games I'm playing, I'm probably gonna do a Dark Souls 3 run, but with the first person mod. That's something I wanted to do for a while. And should be really fun. I tried out the mod a little bit, and it's so weird seeing Dark Souls in first person. Such a weird experience. Like, it's a more of immersive. I know it's like super cliche thing to say. It just makes it feel more immersive. It's like best way to say. It's so immersive. Is it better to play? No, but it's more immersive. I think I've said this before, but the Souls series is a very easy game to talk over and kind of give your thoughts on because of how methodical the pacing is. It's not like always in your face crazy stuff's happening. It's just like I wouldn't say slow paced, but it's slow enough to where you can think and talk and enjoy the game at the same time. It's just a perfect record game. These types of games, I think. I think for first timers though, like if you've never played a Souls game before and you want to do like a recording of it, I think that's like the perfect time to really play one of these, in my opinion, and record it, because I think that's the most entertaining, right? I like watching people learn about the Souls games, but when it's something like an action game, right? Like a character action game, that's a different story, right? You don't want that. I would rather see someone who's really good at like a character action game than someone who sucks at one. But for Souls games, like, I kind of want to see people having their first experiences, because it reminds me of my first experience with these Souls games, right? And that makes it harder for me to, to recommend the game if someone had a bad experience with it. Let's say someone's streaming the game and then their chat is like, "Oh, you suck, stop playing the game." He gets turned off from the game and he never plays it again. That sucks, right? It's like one of my favorite games, and this guy, his community of viewers ruined the game for him. That sucks. It really does suck. It's such a special game, that's why. To me. Alright, so let's talk about just game mechanics in general for this specific game. One thing I want to talk about is enemy placement. And so far, it's decent, and I would actually say it's a bit on the like sparse side. Like there's not that many enemies actually. Candy. There's actually not that many enemies. The only time where it feels like there's too many enemies is during those invasions, which I guess in the game's sense and its mechanics, that makes sense. Right? Get him, Mia. Oh shit, I forgot they can teleport. Eat this! Ugh. And you can really tell, especially in these later parts, that they're kind of running out of money. They needed something that looked very unique and very iconic to its style. And this is, it's almost like a cop-out. And I mean, it is a cop-out, let's just say that. But when you think of games like Dark Souls 1, again, I'm going to say it, Anor Londo is such a well-made level. Not because it's like, by like traditional terms of game design, Anor Londo is kind of a mess, but in like a lore kind of way. A more lived-in lore kind of way, atmospheric way. Anor Londo is like one of the best places in a video game. Like designed in a video game. That was pretty risky. If I dodged, like, if my dodge initiated to the side, it would have been over. I think in Dark Souls 1, if you're locked on, you only get to dodge in 4 directions. That's like one of the like weirdest mechanics. 4 directional dodge when you're locked on? Damn. What a crappy time. I still love that game though. As much as I love it, I kind of wish like Remaster would have changed like certain things gameplay wise, but they barely touched it, right? I hope people complain enough to the point where they have to put an option to make the NPCs talk less. Because goddamn, can I get some peace and quiet, please? Jeez. Let's go kick this bitch's ass. Don't dodge the way I don't want you to dodge. Jesus Christ, friggin' no room up here. I don't know what the hell is Mia doing. She's shooting at nothing. Okay, let's buff up. We don't know what's gonna happen. It's a boss. Argent Wolf Berserk. Eat this. Second form already. Don't know what he got. But he got nothing on us, I think. I'm eating. Eating. What a bee. Just keep shooting him, Mia. He's aggroed on me. He doesn't even care about my friend over there. Look at this uncaring bitch. Kill this guy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. First try this bitch. Let's go. Greater Loss Dispersed. That was a pretty fun boss fight. A little bit easy, but goddamn, felt good. What? Teleported to a different area by picking this up? Sure. 思い出せ。愛する者たちの顔をぬくもりを。そして。You can tell where their focus is in this game. They really care for its lore, but in a different way that Dark Souls doesn't do. It's not bad, but it's not my preferred method of lore dumping. Wait a minute, is this like a Dark Souls 2 situation? We go back in time? We got another waifu though. Memories of Ninja. I forgot I named my character Carrot. So my character has a backstory? That's pretty interesting. Look at this character. She looks cool. Like, how come I don't get cool stuff like that from my character? This dude. Look how cool these guys look. They look super awesome. Man, if you can get armor like that, like, and it's only for dudes, I should have made a dude. It's time for the party. Alright, we're back. Playing some more Code Vein. Alright, so I went back to the cathedral on my own time and just explored some more. Apparently there's still, I think, one more teleport that I missed over there. I'm not sure where it is. I was like looking around for an hour and I didn't get everything yet. And cathedral is just gigantic. It's even bigger after the boss. There's still like extra stuff to it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the cathedral is more of a slog than it is fun. I think the other half after the boss, the part I didn't record, the level design was kind of interesting. It kind of like wrapped back around on itself, but there's still like an area that I didn't find. There's doors that I can't open yet, and it's just the environment. If the environment wasn't so like plain and samey, it would be fine, I think. The barracks key. This guy won't shut up. Zombie guy. So yeah, we're playing through our memories. It's like the Dark Souls 2 thing. You get like the seed, the tree seed, and then you go to the past and you kill the giants in the past. It's like the same thing. Yeah, one thing that God Eater does that I think is also in this game is physical damage, right? It's like there's 3 different types, and if an enemy is strong against it, you'll notice. You pretty much notice right away. But if there's an enemy weak to that type, then you also notice. You do a lot more damage. You think in a Souls-like, well, in general Souls-likes, they don't take that into account too much. Maybe elemental, but it still is. It feels very minuscule, right? Like, oh, this monster's weak to fire, but you can still kill it normally without too much like more effort. When you oh god, when you don't want to use fire. Fire just makes it easier, right? in God Eater, having the wrong type of element or physical, it's very difficult to win a fight if you have the wrong types of damage. Again, I think a lot of people are getting mixed. I read reviews of the game. Some people think it's like decent. Some other people think it's like really terrible. Like Lords of the Fallen terrible, like some people are saying. But I don't know, I think it's fine. It's solid. It's not doing anything special, really, besides maybe like the aesthetic and stuff and the story. But it's not like it's just another Souls-like. I think is the best way to describe it. It's just another one of these games. Now, thoughts if I'm going to replay this right away after I beat it. Kind of replay it on my own and try maybe like a solo only thing. Like, no bringing partners with me. It might be an interesting way to try out this game. Because a lot of people also are saying this game is really easy because of the fact that you can rely on like an AI partner. I would say the game wants you to use an AI partner, right? It's designed with that in mind, like having at least one with you. So I want to beat the game with the intended design that I'm assuming the developers want. Just, you know, intended. It's intended for you to play with teammates. So I'm going to try it out like this first. Yeah, again, it's so difficult to get like good level design, especially after Dark Souls. Dark Souls had, it just had like amazing, well, what's the word? World building. It had amazing world building in just like the look. And I think it's very true that the developers, or at least the director, Miyazaki, he created the world first before even just making the game, which is like, it's crazy to think about. It's like when you think of game design, you design how the game is, right? It's like, let me design the game and its mechanics so it's good. But Miyazaki was like, you know, I really have this idea about this fantasy setting. Because he loves Dungeons & Dragons. He loved like Western fantasy stuff, and he wanted his own spin on it. And before anything else, it was like, I want my world to look like this. And it's crazy. And the execution was just fantastic. It's ridiculous how good Dark Souls 1 is. It's a game I do put on a pedestal though. Top freaking 3. Easy top 3 favorite games ever. And all this talk about Dark Souls makes me want to just talk about Souls. But I guess we can talk about like what makes a good Souls-like, right? What makes a good Souls-like stand out compared to other ones. Oh. Wait. This camera is not helping either. It does have the Dark Souls problem with the camera. I hate that. I guess that's part of the Souls-like formula. You need to have a bad camera. They have not changed that camera. Even in Sekiro. That camera is terrible. Oh my god, it's that boss in Devil May Cry 5. What's his name? that guy? Alright, there hasn't been anything exciting for a while. Here's the exciting part. The Queen's Knight. Ow. Oh, he does that thing the ladies do in the cathedral. Leave me alone. I got some amazing dodges. Not that time. Well, he's taking way more damage. Oh, because I'm in focus, that's why. Jack, you suck. Here's some help. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, you bitch. That's because I had to save your ass, you stupid asshole. Oh my gosh. Okay, healing. Ooh. Oh, that hit me. Heals. Jack, you stupid asshole. Freaking Jack almost didn't save me. Just poke this guy to death. Jack, thank you. Healing. Let me teleport strike him. He didn't care about the teleport strike. What the hell? Jack, heal. Yeah, first try this bitch. It's okay, I got a teammate. He helped me first try it. This is how like Dark Souls co-op is like. What's up with this guy in parties? Yeah, with cutscenes like this, I wish the combat was more flashier. I wish it still had like a God Eater flair to it, but it doesn't really have like that flashy aspect that God Eater has. Like imagine like a really flashy Souls-like, almost character action-y stuff. That would be really cool. Where's my rebreather? You gonna let me die? I don't think my rebreather fell off. Why just give me my rebreather? Jesus. Is it a rebreather or a gas mask? Is a rebreather a real thing or is that a game thing? Well, balance for exploration and melee combat. Features high HP and endurance. So we got a tank one. And I'm just back here again?